all right, so it'll be, yeah, you're right. Sanctum first, and then Siren second, Ghost third. So just like basically going from oldest to newest, with the exception of switching Sirens and Ghost Wraith.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's
Yep.
that's kind of hilarious. All right, so if we look over this draft, I mean, let's think for a moment.
We're starting on Sanctum first of all, so
Yes.
it's an Amani map.
Yeah, it's got to be an Amani ban or immediate pick for first pick. Does Illusion...
And it will be Illusion on blue side.
Yeah, does a... Oh, no.
Oh, no, it's Galantic on blue side, it seems.
Okay, so Galantic's got the first pick priority. Interesting. Okay. So yeah, Galantic will probably most definitely go for the Amani here if they don't ban it. Because
I'm wondering...
I mean, let's think.
Well, you don't ever ban the Amani first as blue side.
Oh, no, I know. But I'm saying if Illusion decides to not ban it, I wonder if they're gonna go for that risk. They probably won't. Besides, even if they did, like, is anyone on Illusion like a really, really strong Imani player?
I mean, Dave can play Imani.
Yeah,
fine.
Dave seems to be pretty good all rounded with the range characters. I think he prefers the HK and the Voden above all else, but like he can definitely do it right.
I'm sure they're I'm sure that they have someone who can play Amani.
It's gonna be a Kajir ban on the Galantic side. They're
I agree with that. That makes a lot of sense. They've shown a lot of and the Amani
the immediate Amani ban. There was no hesitation there. It does leave T-Mat open, but you know, T-Mat being probably the best range character in the game right now.
The lesser of the two evils, I would say.
Yeah, for sure. At least on this map, absolutely. So what will be the response to Illusion? If we kind of wondering if they're going to pick their supports here, they could, I mean, they could possibly immediately just go for the Margrave and Sven or Ashlyn. And Margrave does get locked in, and it is Ashlyn. So
yeah,
this is pretty common, honestly.
The Margrave Ashlyn is like a very solid opening, and then we'll see it a Sven plus another. I mean, Paco makes a lot of sense for this as well. This is the Margrave Ashlyn makes a lot of sense. The Sven Paco. This is kind of like classic drafting, as we've seen so far. There's nothing crazy so far.
Yeah, this is a very. I was just mostly mentioning that like there's nothing new here. There's nothing completely like out of the blue. Like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they're picking that. You know, like this is what we've seen pretty commonly throughout the course of the tournament. Not just the most recent series today. So now what Illusion needs is some range damage and a finisher. What are we thinking is a good backup if they can't have T-Mat? I mean, Charnok's still open, Mozu's still open.
Yeah, they've picked the Charnok-Mozu combo before on Sanctums.
Like HK's open. There's actually quite a lot of options here.
They've picked Wu for Mozu on Sanctum, or Wu for Mojo before a lot on Sanctums, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, so are we expecting a Wu and maybe the HK? Wu, maybe the Voden? Actually, I would probably bet for Voden because he's got the jump pad access.
I think we might see something like a Charnok Voden or like a Mozu Voden, and then on they've already got a very strong front line. Kind of round your back out with either a strong assassin or another ranged.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely lacking on the assassins so far in this draft, which is it's fine. I don't think picking assassins first is ever any sort of priority, except for maybe like Ramsey, because Ramsey doesn't have like any crazy full counters. He can definitely be usable in a lot of team comps. It is going to be Voden and the
Charnok.
Roland.
Yep, Charnok Roland. Just it's very similar, similar to the Charnok or oh my goodness, the Voden Roland. Very similar to the Charnok Voden. It's like the Roland kind of applies just a different aspect of the same thing that Charnok's trying to do.
Yeah, and it's kind of the same, at least in my eyes, it's kind of the same idea that they were trying to do, or that teams have sometimes done with like the Paco and Roland. You know, if the Voden gets a good natural roots off and then Roland comes in with the Mega Blast, like that's so much damage that you quite literally can't avoid because you're just rooted in place. Yeah, it's you need some Need some anti-CC to get rid of that sort of lockdown. So it's just kind of a
Will we
nice
see
combination.
The Xeno Ezreal.
Is Galantic rocking the Xeno, you think? I still think
They've done it. I mean, last game that we saw them on Sanctum, they absolutely demolished with Xeno Ezreal.
Yeah, it's a good call actually, and they're both still open. So if we if it's gonna be at any point, it's gonna probably be now. Hovering Beckett, okay.
Beckett Xeno.
Okay, I can see it. I mean, Beckett's got some good AoE. The grenade does a lot of AoE. There's a piercing talent on the rocket shots on her Q, as well as an explosive talent. I believe they're on the same tree though. Actually, no, they might be on different trees. I
love how much respect we are seeing for Zenobia in this tournament through bans and picks, and I mean picked in the finals of this tournament now.
Yeah, and it seems to be like it's either strictly Galantic or it's like an EU thing. Like EU knows something about Zenobia that we don't, and they're just like making her like they're kind of putting this small highlight on her. I'm here for it. I love seeing changes in the meta and like kind of adapting and stuff. Last pick being Mozu for Illusion, pretty safe option.
Yeah, this is the triple range comp, and it's all after seeing the Zenobia pick, I'm even more in on the triple range comp. Giving you more ways to kind of nuke this Zenobia out of the game. Maybe this is the answer. I don't think we've seen Zenobia into triple ranged yet. Let it commence. It's Illusion versus Galantic in our finals, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first game of our best of 5.
Yep, so following Dave here in the middle, fully as I expected, it'll be an immediate fight happening on the C point.
Our spectator is grounded. Oh boy.
Oh no, poor guy.
They're just focusing down this first kill on Paco.
Yep.
He does fall over eventually.
Makes a lot of sense that they kind of get that, and they're blocked off by the wall that gets spawned on C. It makes it so hard to fully retreat if you get that summon off in time. So they got 2 kills now, ahead by an entire bracket, and it's only the second rotation. They're being aggressive here.
I mean, they're a good 20 ahead here. They don't have to do this if they don't really want to, but they're deciding to go in and try to kill this creature with the advantage that they have. And the thing's already to half HP. I mean, they have triple casters, so or triple range, so this thing will fall over if they don't respond to it fast enough. And now it's 50 to 20. Their tank hasn't even taken any damage this entire time. He's only on like half.
Oh yeah, that's a good call. Thank you, chat for reminding me that Illusion is on the left right now. I thought I fixed that. Maybe it's because I oh right,
we're looking at Dave's
yeah, it's because Gren is on the left when in the spectator he'd be on the right. That's why.
Classy's a little low here, so they can't really start a full-on fight. And Anubis is getting low in the front line too.
And Dave just doing his best.
There's the rampage anyway.
Yep, Dave doing his best, kind of sniping from the distance. And this is kind of how you just play Voted. Like you can stay so far away. The arrows do have fall off, but like it's not even really that much fall off. And there's also
do they really have fall off?
They do. They have a little bit. There's an upgrade specifically on his LMB that gives it less fall off damage, and that's probably what he took. If not for it's either that or the Bowflex for the faster
everyone takes Bowflex.
The faster charges. It's possible.
I don't know what he has Bowflex.
He probably does. He definitely has Bowflex. But still,
there's not a single Voden that I can think of that does not take Bowflex.
Yep. Galantic having a good defense here. Actually, they don't get this wound, and they actually lose somebody on the way out.
And Dave's just gonna tiptoe his way out the other side.
Yep. Off he goes. This is the power of having this
Looks like Nord's in as a spectator, maybe.
Ooh, is he? Nice. Let's get a look-see at him. Excuse us for a moment, everybody.
He just joined in the game. It doesn't look like his stream's up on it.
Let's see what Nord's stream looks like.
They get a kill on the Beckett. 10 to 10.
Oh, I thought you said he was in. I got rid of the thing.
Oh no, he's not. Well, I saw him join in the bottom right. No, it looks like they're both grounded.
Sad. All right, we'll go back to Dave then.
Watching the finals the old-fashioned way.
Watching the finals the old-fashioned way, indeed. And this, I mean, hopefully this will be like the only situation that this is. Oops, that's full screen. That. Sorry, guys. My bad.
I mean, this is already looking fairly convincing for IlluZion.
Yeah, IlluZion is just so aggressive on these points. It's really hard for them to actually find any footing here. Head by 30 now, still applying the pressure. Galantic can't do very much. They're just constantly on the back foot.
Yeah, and this Voden is just staying on the top and plinking away at him, doing a ton of damage. It's not quite Amani, but it's doing a good Amani impression.
Yeah, no one was shooting him until just that very moment. So like now he was forced to back up, but just able to pepper so many shots into those attacks. It's like not you really have to respect the Voden. He doesn't have
interrupt. This is 150. It's gonna be an auto.
Yeah, for sure. Like Voden doesn't have the highest damage per second in the cast. Like not by a long shot, but man, you really have to respect if he lands those shots. Like you're getting chunked.
Yeah, 200.
The long range snipe.
That's long range with the spore.
That was kind of crazy that they all stood there and it hit like 3 of them. But
yeah, that was a lot of damage with the spore.
Nice attack.
Avner.
Killing.
He's real low. He will fall afterwards.
Yep. Applying poison yet again. Like just look at this Voden. Look how safe he is. There's nothing they can do.
Yeah, he's just plinking away.
This is
he doesn't even need to put himself in a dangerous position to really do damage at this point.
Yeah, and Galantic was on the back foot the last time we saw them on Sanctum Falls. They all really turned it around when we went to the clash mode of this map. But if with this sort of advantage, this lead right now that IlluZion has, like I don't know if they're gonna have the levels to really like keep up.
Yeah,
like Dave is level 6 right
now. Peak form right now.
Dave's level 6 right now. It's been 2 pushes. Like what? That's nuts. 80 to 20.
This is, I mean, the power differential is so far here, and the power's already collecting on the point that they are attacking at the moment.
Yeah.
So it's looking like they're not even going to get it on B. So it might be 100 to 20 push if they don't get a kill.
And just taking their time.
Yep, they don't. It's 100 to 20.
I mean, they could go for the swoon, but like honestly, they've got such a firm hold on this point. I almost feel like they don't want to.
Yep, we have a stream here.
We are in. Let's go. Goodness gracious. Thank you so much, you guys.
So we're still at this wound, 100 to 20. It's not quite as much damage on Liren as we thought it was going to be, but still, that's a lot. And they have somebody there plinking away at it. It's the Voden and the Roland. They will eventually get this wound, and we're going into the clash 3-1 for IlluZion.
Yep. Not even a single push gotten by Galantic. At least Galantic the last time on Sanctum, they actually got a push. But this time, nope. I'll have to switch the names again now that we're on the right side. Yep, and look at them already positioning to keep control of this point despite losing it.
IlluZion's got the high point. It's over.
It's
I have the high ground.
Yeah, but you're right. Like unironically, you're so correct. Just watch how.
I mean, there's so much of a like. Even if they do get a push here, they've got to get another one, and that's even if they get the wound.
Just watch how much control that Galantic that IlluZion has on this point. They're going in.
This is a real scary fight here. The Ashland's taking a lot of damage on the front line. It has to get out immediately. Dave also needs to leave. Now, Classy's still stuck in here on this creature while Duggars is kind of plinking away at him, but the creature will fall before anybody else does. That's 1 kill for IlluZion. They've not really gotten anything in return, and we're back to a similar situation of 30 to 60.
Yeah. So Galantic...
They don't even have a creature on B to collect this power right now.
Exactly. So Galantic just entirely on the back foot, and now, like... It's only the second rotation, so B's capping.
Paco all wants to try to get a little power, but Purple Bun stops it with the interrupt, and that just stops him dead in his tracks, leaving him dead. Nator has no one to help him on the front line, so he has to try to get out of there, but will die to Anubis shortly afterwards. Classy's trying to walk it forward, but this Bloomer is not long for the world anymore.
And 150 for this Rampage. This will do a lot of damage to Labrin, and they're in such a good position to actually go for the end here. Just the constant healing that Ashlyn is providing is keeping everybody topped off.
The Beckett will be up just in time for the wound, but if they get any kills here, it's probably just game. Classy looks like he's getting a little bit low, but they're hitting the wound in the meantime. Roland and Bowden are both on it.
Yeah, they're just...
Lots of damage. There's down to her quarter HP. Roland will die, so will Purple Buns. Classy's fallen as well, so we're kind of running out of players to try to get this, and it will survive with just a sliver of HP.
But just so much damage that was done. And, I mean, look at those respawn timers. They're already back. Like, they can probably get this creature, and that'll be it. They'll probably have to retreat if they get hurt too much.
Yeah, I think the timers kind of need to be increased a little bit for situations
Oh,
like that.
big Ashlyn focus.
Wow. Yeah, this is looking pretty bad. Just with the timers being so short, they can get back to their bloomer immediately and just force this fight again. Pick up Avner, and now they're short of DPS. Nator is feeling a little bit worse for wear. Hill will fall to end, and Paco has to try to get out, but he's getting followed by Classy. He will dodge the ultimate, but the Beckett that just got back into the fight is already on a sliver of HP and has to jetpack out.
Yeah, and the creature got killed in the meantime as well, so that's another source of power that they got. You know, it's just they tried so hard. This is the exact opposite that we saw from IlluZion last time. They had such the sticking power to stay with the frontliner, with the Zenobia, the splash damage from T-Mac.
4-man stun.
They
by
can't
Classy.
do it.
That was gross. Really nicely played, and two opponents will fall immediately. They don't even have the numbers to fight this if they wanted to. This bloomer's gonna fall and give the 100 over, and that's just gonna be game. They just have to walk back.
That's
Zenobia
absolutely
tries
game.
an ultimate to try to trap someone, but it doesn't even work.
I can't.
That's it.
I can't understate the clutch factor of having a Mozu portal as well, because that fully countered the T-Mat possibility of turning that around. Every single shot, every rocket from her focus just fully got deflected and did nothing. Now look how little health this thing has.
Yeah, Mozu Wall's just gonna kill it by itself, to be honest. Oh, maybe not. I mean, Paco's absorbing a lot, but
Yeah.
it's just too little, too late.
It is absolutely done. The Siren's priority, as we've seen in every game so far, at least as far as I'm aware, kind of going off of what I've seen, just kind of having the ability to maintain that middle point works super, super well. And if you can't, you also need to have a team comp that's flexible enough to move around to the enemy C point, or the C and the mirror C point, to be able to, you know, kill that and then get out, so you get a little bit of a lead there. And if you can find any enemies along the way, then even better, right?
Yeah, I think hopefully we're gonna see more Zenobia is what I'm hoping for. But we're probably going to see a little bit of a assassin play. There's the Amani ban immediately from IlluZion. That's 100%. What I expected.
Yep. I mean,
they don't want to play it, I don't think. So why even wait for your opponent to ban it out?
Exactly. And it's just like they have a current working system. You know, if it's not broke, don't fix it. That's the saying, right? You know, if it's not broken, just keep doing what you're doing. And Ashlyn banned this stand, taking that away from Purple Buttons, most likely.
Interesting. So I wonder if we see a first pick Sven here just to lock down the support.
Maybe. I also think IlluZion might
Purple
lock
Buns
in
is
like
also
a T-Mat.
comfortable. Yeah, Purple Buns is also comfortable playing something like Vidasi. So
yeah, no one's gonna be banning Vidasi or prioritizing her. At least not on Galantic's team. I don't know about other teams that might have played her. So I don't think the support is in high contention here. They're actually going to go for the Margrave. This is a very staple pick for IlluZion. Like, we've seen...
It seems like they first pick this every single time, whether they're blue side or red side.
Yeah, it's 100% like just something that they love to have. And it's really strong because like he engages, like very strong engage, good mobility, big health pool. Like, he has everything you want from a tank. Galantic taking the Sven and the T-Mat now. So IlluZion is now left with that Vidasi, and this is probably the point that we're gonna see her, right?
Right, yeah. You wanna pick the Sven in your first phase. Just don't give them the choice to pick up the Sven. Make them pick their Vidasi if they really want support.
Yeah.
But you know, I don't think they really even need a Vidasi. They can play a map like Sirens with kind of like a little bit longer range of a comp and just focus on killing creatures on the rotations.
Yep.
With Mozu and maybe another creature killer like Roland. There we go.
This is actually almost the exact same team that we've seen so far for Illusions.
Yeah, you can run triple ranged on this map and just blast creatures down so quickly.
Yeah. I think Galantic needs to find a little bit of maybe pick-off potential.
I'll bring a Margrave. That might... I mean, that Margrave can really help you with these range. They fall very quickly.
Ooh.
Or not Margrave, sorry, Gnosis. That's what I mean.
Okay, so a Gnosis lock in here as a third pick. I mean, it's interesting. I don't think that this is a very safe pick just because, again, the Mozu and the Roland have such good self-disengages that Gnosis just can't keep up with. So like he'll get in like an initial series of attacks and then they're just gone. And then they're continuing to pelt damage and you have to close that distance. And by the time you close that distance,
we have seen situations with Gnosis where Margraves have jumped in and Gnosis has gored them and they've just disappeared off the screen.
Yeah, that's very fair. They're going in lock in an Oru as well. So this is I mean, I do think that Galantic needs another secondary frontliner. I think a Paco is in contention here. Maybe they're going to pull off a sneaky Zandora. We've seen the Zandora Gnosis do very well. Ramsey, of course. I don't think Gnosis does super well as a solo. So I don't think that that's going to be the only case. There could be a Wu in here as well. You never really know.
Yeah, I agree. I think you need something else on the front line to help it out.
Now
whether that's a Zenobia or a Paco or Zandora.
So what is Illusion needing in their team right now? Maybe they still need a support of some kind. I guess they don't need a support, but you know, it would be unlikely that they don't, knowing their support player on their team. I think Vidasi is definitely a high pick possibility here, and then maybe like Kajir for the closing, like the finishing potential. Those would be.
I mean, it might also just be like they could play no support into this comp pretty easily. If you're playing against a Gnosis and you just play full DPS, that guy can just disappear from your screen before he gets any damage off.
Yeah, and
just Margrave no support and play a bunch of ranged.
Yep, just the range, and then maybe I mean, maybe still have the Kajir, but yeah, they could definitely pick Voden. They could pick Charnock here. Beckett, we've seen on Illusion side. HK, of course, is still there. Like, Illusion is super, super flexible, which is kind of a big empowerment for their just team as a whole.
Also, Kajir's still open.
Yeah.
I mean, Voden's still open as kind of like a semi-support.
Okay, there's the Paco. Interesting that it's going on.
That's
the
not what
side.
I was anticipating, but
Yeah.
I suppose with the Vidasi, it kind of makes sense. It gives her 2 targets to heal and cleave off of.
Yeah, this is kind of very safe.
Last pick
protect.
Zenobia.
Last pick.
That's kind of what I was scared of when I saw the Paco pick. Is they already play a lot of Zenobia, and Paco doesn't really like playing into Zenobia very much. As well as Vidasi, her being able to get the poison talent and just poison everyone at the same time. So you don't really have someone you can cleave onto. It could be a little bit of a problem. So Illusion claimed an early kill. It looks like 2 early kills on the D point after the fight when they planted their creature. Now they're 20 power ahead, 30 ahead, getting Avner as well. This is not a good start for Galantic.
And this is, I mean, this is kind of really what I thought would happen. You know, Illusion grabbed the D point early, and now they have full control of it, and it's gonna be super hard to siege into this because the Vidasi's just gonna keep everyone healthy.
Yeah, this is pretty rough, to be honest. When you're first push 70 power ahead,
90 now. Yeah, 70 power difference.
Well, they're gonna collect this at least.
Yeah. Killed that creature a bit quick, not able to actually get that power before it came up, so they can resummon that. It'll be a little bit of a close
90
gap.
to 40.
But watch, look at this.
I mean, yeah, Nator is going to go down here, and that's just going to be the push, 100 to 40, and they just chill out. Gnosis might look for a little bit too much and die because of it. Yep. He's got caught. That was a really nice snowball, and the Roland ult just deletes Sven from the game.
Big blast of just damage coming through from this
that thing
team.
Does so much damage. And I just want to say, you can really... Oh, Duggars is in danger here. This Margrave is just killing everybody on the back line.
Yeah.
So no team at for this wound, and we know that they can get a lot of wound damage with Roland on the team.
Who needs a
they
team
also have
composition?
Mozu to set up there, and this thing is just melted now that the DPS players are there.
Yep, it's completely gone down, and they're trying to find some. They're trying to find some kills on the back foot, but they've got the Paco to speed them up. Classy stayed a little too long. I thought he was safe. He's trying to get.
He's just chilling there to keep his team safe. He seems like he's out.
Yeah, it did look like a. It did look like the potential. I think it was Mozu down there that kind of missed the jump or like got stopped somehow. So yeah, trying to cover them. But now they're in danger here.
One-man Paco ultimate on the Gnosis, and it will lead to a kill, but a trade on Anubis. Classy is continuing to be a nuisance on the back line.
Zenobia and the sneaky Zenobia here.
Zenpi goes down.
Nah, she has to leave. Oh, she stayed for too long. Zenobia, no.
Snowball and he's dead.
Yeah, she's got nowhere to
Here
go.
it comes.
She's got no stamina. I'll be very surprised if she lives.
I think it might be done for. Yeah, Purple Buns is even hunting him down. Yeah, it's done for. 60 to 30 for Illusion now. 70 with another kill on Abner. This is just falling apart. What is going on, Galantic?
It's got to just be it's got to be a combination of the EU ping and also the
Well, they're hosting this game, aren't they?
I don't think so, because they hosted the first game.
Yeah, they're on Gren.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, they lost the first game with EU ping.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It was convincing.
It might be that, and it might also be partially like the fact that it's so late over there across the water. I like these players are playing like 11:30, if not later,
Wow.
like near
They're
midnight.
just taking the Serb for the last 10 power.
Yep. Props to these guys for staying. Props to these guys for staying out this late.
Purple Buns, the support 1v1 back here. Hold on, let him do it. Oh man, they interrupted. Let the Vidasi and the Sven duel it out, man.
I think Vidasi would actually win that fight, depending on how Sven built. But yeah, I think Vidasi would win that.
Wound. They're starting the damage on it as well. We have 2 DPS players playing on the wound right now. It doesn't look like there's too much going into it at the moment. Mozu's now set up on it, so a little bit more starting to get channeled in. Gnosis will fall, and that gives them an extra couple of seconds, so this wound is definitely going down at this point. Anubis might... Anubis gets a kill, and Nator also dies, so that's 10 power afterwards. They get a return on the Bloomer, but it's just... 2 pushes, 2 wounds. We're into the clash. They're still 10 power ahead.
Yeah, and this is... They have full control of just everything right now. It's I don't know what Galantic has to do, but they need to find an answer somewhere, because
Illusion is looking unstoppable right
this
now.
This is going to be their tournament loss if they don't figure out something by game 3. It's definitely not going to be this game.
I mean, they could still come back here. The midpoint is dead, and they can replan if they win this fight, which it looks like they are with a Gnosis ultimate. It forces Purple Buns out. It won't quite kill him. They are behind on the power rotation, but if they can get the plant down and then it comes around to D for the other one.
Oh, they did actually get that summon off. So this is a really strong creature, the Cyclops on the D point. I said this earlier in the stream. That blocks off an entire wall. It's really hard to bring in there.
It doesn't look like it matters.
Yeah.
This Mozu is just collecting power, and Douglas is going to get knocked up in the Margrave ultimate into the Paco ultimate. 3 focuses used there back-to-back because Mozu chimed in as well. And now it's 100 to 30. This might just be the game.
Yeah, Illusion might have messed around a little bit earlier today with some of these drafts, but like they are pulling out all the stops. They want this to be over.
Yeah, this is just absolute big, like, amazing fashion for Illusion. I would not be surprised if we see this wound go down here. Dave's already making his way in and DPSing it. The Roland's going to be on his way here very soon. He's trying to find his way through the fight. Eventually he will. And he does, and now he's DPSing the wound. They have 8 seconds to get this down. Roland ult hits. Yeah, there's just no opposition for them here. The game's over.
The
Where are
game's-
you guys?
they're
We're
just-
ending the game back here.
They're just done. They were somehow trying to stop the other like part of the team, and they weren't even looking at Mozu at all. She just did her full rotation. She had that upgrade on her LMB that gives her like the instant ramp up on her LMB after using another ability. Like just the amount of damage that does. And Vadasi wasn't even touched. Vadasi was next to Mozu and like healing her team just above the cliff from behind. Like, there was nothing they could do.
Yeah, that was a very, very fast game from IlluZion.
6 minutes. 6 minutes and 37 seconds.
I think we're just gonna jump right into the draft, right?
Yeah, I mean, we might as well, because honestly, like,
They're already starting.
there's so little to say about the last game. So let's go over to that.
I mean,
Banning
what we
the
can say about
Mozu.
the last game is that was very convincing by IlluZion, and
Yeah.
they're gonna need to. I think that Galantic needs to swap their drafting style. It's not working. Whatever they're doing, it's just not working.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I mean, honestly, I think another issue is that right now IlluZion just it's so hard to actually pin down the main problem. I was wondering, like, as like kind of during that break, I was thinking, like, is it the Margrave? Should they ban Margrave? Like, should they ban the Roland? This is like, what is the
I don't
answer?
hate the Margrave ban, honestly.
It's just, what is the answer? It just seems like IlluZion is perfectly suited in every possible way. Like, they're just working so well cohesively, and just being a big thorn in Galantic's side. And Galantic has to figure, like you said, Galantic has to figure out something. This is literally their last life. Like, IlluZion gets this victory, the tournament is over.
I think banning Margrave makes the most sense. It's their most picked character throughout the entire draft. Now we have to keep in mind that this is Ghost Reef, so if you ban the Margrave, then you leave Amani open. And IlluZion hasn't picked Amani, but that's still not something that you want to leave open to chance. So
Yep.
yeah, they will ban her away.
So IlluZion is picking Amani, like you said. Or, sorry, banning Amani. Yeah. Are Galantic going to take Margaret for themselves? They have picked it
Yeah,
before.
they have to.
Yeah.
They have to.
So yeah, just this high contention Margrave. By this point, they're considered the best tank of the game, and probably with high contention with Rutger, but he's banned, so we can't use him.
Yeah, Rutger would be the best tank in the game if he was around.
For sure. So now,
Are
what
we
is
seeing the HK comp?
Yeah, what is the answer? Yeah, they're hovering HK and probably gonna pick Ashlyn again because Ashlyn is open this time.
I mean, they've shown that they're very comfortable leaving their supports later on in the
No.
draft.
Okay.
Because they can, if they pick up Ashlyn, then IlluZion's comfortable playing Sven, and if they pick up Sven, IlluZion's comfortable playing Ashlyn.
Yeah. Well, that's what I
And
mean.
if they pick up both, they'll play Vadasi.
Okay, so Galantic is gonna have yeah, you're right. Galantic is gonna have the Roland this time with the Sven. So this is a Uno reverse card right now. Galantic taking some of IlluZion's more popular picks throughout at least this series with the Margrave.
Even
and
now,
the
I think you
Roland.
can pick like I don't know, Kajir, Paco, or like something like that for your something like two frontliners, and not even pick your support.
Yeah, the Vadasi worked well, pretty fine.
What are they gonna do? Pick Vadasi and Ashlyn on their last two picks?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they still picked Ashlyn here just to get it out of the way. But let's see, what are we thinking? I mean, they banned the Mozu. Charnock's still open. Kajir's still open, like you said. There's a lot of possibilities, like Oru, Beckett.
I think the Mozu ban
Voden.
is okay from Galantic. It's been shown as IlluZion's preferred wound killer so far. So they will take the Ashlyn just to lock it in early, and the Kajir pick.
Yep.
That's, like I said, I think Kajir is honestly very strong on Ghost Reef. He has a lot of reach on this map.
Yeah, and this will be most likely Anubis's Kajir, considering this team composition right now. I'm expecting Dave on that HK. It's probably one of his favorite characters. He's really, really good at it. And of course, Purple Buns on the Ashlyn. We all know Purple Buns is a very strong Ashlyn player. So what is?
It's kind of what he has all of his playtime at.
Ooh, what
The
in the
granny.
world? This is very odd. You're already
I think
going
there's a
against...
time and a place to pick Granny. When you have HK T-Mat already in the game, I don't think that's the time or the place. I mean, Ezreal, they made me a believer on the Ezreal the last time they picked it, but I'm not a believer of this Granny pick.
Yeah, Ghost Reef arguably is a better map for her because the sightlines are so wide, it's much smaller in the center. But the problem that I see is that they have HK and T-Mat, who both do a lot of sudden burst AoE damage with the mortar and the rockets. Those hands will not survive very long. We also have we haven't seen Galantic play Griselma at all, as far as we know. Like, we didn't see them in the round 1 and 2.
I mean, I don't doubt that they can play her at a more than sufficient level, but
yeah, I don't think this was the right call. And then rounding off IlluZion with a frontliner, Paco, yeah, definitely
very good into the Granny. It just eats the hand.
Yeah, for sure. So I mean, is this going to be a sweep from IlluZion, do you think?
Yeah, it will be. I'm pretty comfortable saying that.
Like, unless Galantic has some crazy Griselma tech that we don't know. But I don't think that's going to be the case. Let's load in to Galantic versus IlluZion, which I again have to switch these names because I'm watching Dave. So this is IlluZion. No, sorry. This is Galantic. And this is IlluZion. Right now we're seeing, you know, our very typical usual placements kind of going in these middle points, setting up for the defensive, more fight in the middle point here, keeping C and E alive. Yes, everyone did pick the right characters as far as I know.
All right. It's been saved.
We're good. Hooray.
Compressed air is really a beautiful thing.
Yep, I have Dave's stream going on right now, so let me know if Banjax has gotten in or not, but we will watch this for the time being.
All right.
So nice setup on the Margrave.
My quality is so bad I can't see anything.
Oh no.
There we go. It's fixed.
There we go.
All right, so they're 10 power ahead already at the start.
Yep, they did find a kill. It looks like it was Kajir finding the Ezreal somewhere on the back end.
I feel like that might happen quite often. Kajir does have that pretty consistent poison application and the access to that Ezreal on the back line. So,
yeah. And you know, we have to fight through the stream quality going on here, but it's okay. We will roll with it until we know for sure. Uh-oh. Okay.
Triple compressed for your viewing pleasure.
Yep. We got it. I thought there was like a game stop there. It was just like a little bit of a lag on the stream.
A little bit of chip damage coming out of Dave, but nothing really adding up to anything but just focus that's being charged.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, this is probably what we expected. I mean, this is reminding me of yesterday's situation where they were just like playing they were playing to just defend, really. It's such a good point. So much damage going on over there. Look at all this.
Yeah, this is a very dangerous fight at this point with so many heroes low. Granny now has lost her hands, and now they can just start walking forward. If Classy can get a little bit of health regen, then they can go right back in and punish this Granny losing her positioning.
Yep.
But she also doesn't have positioning on D.
And they're channeling the D power here. They've got to have someone come in and stop this. This will be a really big power lead if they don't. And Gren now has 90 over to Leyren's 60. Not looking great for Galantic right now.
Yeah, that power collection was a very large play for IlluZion, being 30 power ahead on this first push now. This is kind of setting the tone for the game already.
Yep. And just farming his focus right now, HK, I mean. 100 to 60, and they probably doesn't even need to use it for this push. They could probably just.
I mean, he doesn't need to. He could use it just to commit to the wound. Getting this through pretty quickly could be advantageous to you before like Granny and Ezreal start to get their talents in.
Yep.
They are like slightly more scaling heroes, but also you have HK and T-Mat. They're gonna scale as well.
Yeah.
So he's gonna set up and press the ultimate button. Put all the damage that he can into the wound. That's 1,000 damage so far just from this HK. And T-Mat's hitting it as well, so this thing's definitely fallen over.
Yep, and he backs up super quick, super safe. He is like, there's no way that he's getting touched here, and he can even apply some oppressive fire to the people that are chasing the rest of his team. Little update from Banjax. He's getting that grounded bug again. Seems to be a very common thing happening. It didn't seem to happen that much yesterday or last week.
On Ghost Reef, yeah.
Yeah, Ghost Reef definitely seems to be a big problem for a Spectator.
It looks like Ezreal's going to jump into the middle where HK is waiting for him. He'll Ghost Form his way out, but he's really low. That could be an angle for the Kajir, but he's just getting off the airship, so not really in the position to punish.
That was quite a critical miss, unfortunately, from Dave's, not his mortar, his railgun there. I think that actually probably would have confirmed that kill. I don't really know what Ezreal was even planning to do. Like, he just went down, jumped right into the middle. Like,
I think Paco was kind of low and they were looking for a punish on it.
Yeah, maybe. Nice reflect from the enemy Margrave. But still, they can't really find any kills here.
They're doing a little bit of chip damage. Everyone's getting kind of low, but no one quite dying just yet. That's a big railgun, though, and yeah, he's going to need to get his way out of there. Daugers can't find it, though, and will fall on the backline to Anubis.
Yeah, IlluZion is quite literally keeping Galantic just locked down in their base, and they've done that basically every single game this series so far. This is just complete domination. It's like these two teams aren't really like properly matched. I mean, obviously, like, you know, obviously there's other factors involved into it, but like right now, IlluZion just looks completely unstoppable.
That was at least a two-man Paco wall, probably one more. So there's a lot done to those players, and Granny has to go down really early. Niche gets caught on the back line, and Nator is also found with no defensive onto his name. That's a 70 to 100 push.
Yeah,
and they just can't find anything on these IlluZion players. They're looking for something. This Ezreal comes forward looking for something, but everyone turns around on him.
Yeah, and then that railgun seals the deal. Now two people are dead, or one person is dead.
Just slam into Liren's forehead.
Yep, and this really should just go down just as quickly as the first one did, with the T-Mat and the HK attacking it. I mean, nice deflect from Margrave that might defend for a little while.
Low. Okay, they do find it.
Yeah.
So 2 pushes, 2 wounds.
Yeah, there's no way that wasn't gonna get taken. Margrave had a great attempt, you know, the deflecting, possibly even reflecting right mouse button, but I mean, genuinely, like, it's so insanely one-sided. It's not even funny. Like, it's kind of sad, really, and unfortunate.
Is this EU hosting?
Yes, I think it is.
Yeah, EU is hosting.
This was the third match.
Tell me that ping makes a difference.
Sometimes it does.
It's not doing it here.
Yeah, and then I mean,
IlluZion seems to have figured it out.
Just look at kind of like look how little they actually care about these Griselma hands. Like, those were untouched for quite a while, and then
they didn't even pay any attention.
They just don't care. Like, Griselma needs levels to actually be sufficient, and if she falls behind early, she's basically just not a character.
Anubis is getting some damage done on the back line. Oh, it sounds like we got Spectate right in time for what might be the last wound of the tournament.
Yep, so as we run right over here to our lovely actual camera.
IlluZion's 30 power ahead in this team fight, 50 to 80. This is not looking good. Classy's hitting this C point where the power is collecting, and they're going to force a fight on this Cerberus. They're really feeling themselves. They don't even need to do this, but they say, you know what? We've been winning every single fight so far. Let's force it. Niche tries to save himself, but that probably is not going to be enough. He's holding the right click to give himself some time, but he will fall eventually.
Yeah, just
the Cerberus falls as well, and that's the 100 to 50.
Look how quickly they're just falling apart. They just never able to recover their ground, never able to find any advantage here. They're trying to keep IlluZion in combat here, but it really feels like they're just grasping at straws and delaying the inevitable.
Yeah, they know if they don't kill IlluZion players here, they're going to have time to set up on the wound. And here they come. Everyone's rushing in to finish this game out. They can feel it. They're on the cusp of the tournament. Everyone's slamming as much damage as they can, and there is so many focuses coming in. 4
just-
seconds left.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the
Illusion will
victory.
win the tournament, ladies and gentlemen.
Just a complete and utter sweep in game 2 and 3. And I think even game 1 was really one-sided. Like this was no contest for against Illusion right now. They absolutely obliterated these 3 games.